fizzies have become increasingly popular over the past few years thanks to the Canadian-based company Lush. Bath fizzies come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and fragrances. Today I'm going to share with you a basic recipe that I got from Anne-Marie Fayola. She is the owner of Brambleberry in Bellingham, Washington. What you will need for this project will be a mixing bowl that you will no longer use in your kitchen, a sieve, measuring cup, measuring spoons, a colorant, fragrance and essential oil, molds, a dropper, a spray bottle filled with witch hazel, and gloves would be optional. The ingredients for this project are baking soda, which you can find in your local grocery store. Citric acid can be found in your local grocery store in the canning section or in a health food store. Kale and clay can be found in your health food store. And grapeseed oil is optional for this recipe, but it can be found in your grocery store. You'll begin by sieving 2 cups of baking soda. I've already sieved 1 cup, so this is the second cup going in. You want to sieve all of your dry ingredients to get all the lumps and clumps out, because if you don't, when your product dries, it will dry with ugly warts and it will actually break. Next, you want to add 1 cup of citric acid. Citric acid is the dry ingredient that causes the fizzing action in your bath fizzy. And again, you want to get all those clumps out. Just work it through. Okay. Next, you want to use 3 tablespoons of kale and clay. I don't sieve my kale and clay just because it's a fine powder and it doesn't have any clumps in it. Kale and clay has purification properties to it, but in this recipe, it will be used for its structural integrity. Once you get all your dry ingredients sieved in the bowl, you just want to get your hands right down in there and start mixing it together. I don't use gloves because I don't have a manicure. The purpose of gloves is to protect your manicure, because these ingredients can take the gloss off of your manicure, but I don't have that problem, so I don't wear gloves. Once you get all that mixed together, you want to grab your skin safe colorant. I will be using Girly Pink La Balm colorant. La Balm colorants are specially formulated for making bath fizzies. These colorants are concentrated and they do not contain any water. I'm going to use 1 milliliter of the colorant. You do not want to use food coloring. Food coloring contains water. Water will trigger off the citric acid reaction, and you don't want that to happen because you want that reaction saved for when you drop your product in the bath. You just want to once again get your hands deep down in there, mix up the colors, rub it through your hands to get the colors to disperse. And after this, you will add either a fragrance oil or an essential oil. Fragrance oils are basically man-made oils, and they come in a wide variety of fragrances like exotic fruit smoothie, lemon cake, things that you don't find natural in nature. Today, I'm going to be using the fragrance oil exotic fruit smoothie. You want to use between 12 and 18 milliliters of fragrance oil or essential oil. It depends on the size of your bathtub. If you have a small bathtub, you use less oil. If you have a big bathtub, you use more oil. My bathtub is pretty big, so I'm using approximately 15 milliliters of fragrance. Just drop it right down in there. If you decide to use an essential oils have therapeutic properties to them. And in his book, Advanced Aromatherapy, Dr. Kirk Schlimbaugh discusses some of the therapeutic properties that some essential oils have, such as if you're looking for a calming effect from your bath fizzy, you would use something in the range of chamomile, lavender, frankincense, or myrrh. If you want something that's going to wake you up in the morning, you would go to the citrus family, which would be your grapefruits, your tangerines, and your oranges. All right, now that we got that mixed in, I'm going to add a little bit of grapeseed oil. I just basically eyeball it. I don't measure. And it's basically, I just want to have a little oil in mine for moisturizing reasons. And again, you just mix it all in with your hands. With this basic recipe, it is easy to customize it to what you want to do with it. Omi Rivera, the owner of Beautiful Creations in Olympia, Washington, she has this DVD tutorial out titled Bath and Body Treats. And in the tutorial, she shows you how you can customize this recipe by adding coconut oil, shea butter, mango butter, glitter, botanicals. She gives you general ideas of what you can do with this recipe to personalize it for yourself, and she also gives you nice packaging ideas if you decide to gift them. Now, we're going to use our witch hazel, which is a natural astringent, and it's going to be our binding agent. Pretty much with witch hazel, if you live in a humid climate, you use less witch hazel. If you live in a dry climate, you use more witch hazel. It is pretty dry right now in Belgium, so I'm going to use quite a bit of this witch hazel to get my bath fizzies to bind together. The consistency that you are going for is that of wet sand, like you're going to build a sandcastle on the beach. That is what you're looking for. So you just pretty much, once again, eyeball it. And the way that you're going to test that you have got this consistency, you're going to grab some in your hand, give it a squeeze, drop it. If it stays together when it hits your mixture in the bowl, it is ready for the molds. Then you grab your molds, work quickly, you're going to fill them up. It's going to be to overflow. Once you pack them to the overflow, you want to press both sides firmly together and let all the excess fall. You do not want to use a twisting action, because if you twist, your bath fizzy will not stick together. So just push firmly, dust off the excess, set it off to the side for 5 to 10 minutes so it can sit. Next, if you're going to make shower fizzies, you just use half of the bath fizzy. Press down, clean off the excess, set it off to the side for 5 to 10 minutes. Here's some that I made in advance. These I used a soap mold, and for fizzies this size, I used them in my foot spa, or I used them as toilet drops. Here's the Mondo fizzies that I made in the Mondo. Here's the shower fizzy. Shower fizzies are basically used in the morning time, like you go to take your shower and you want to wake up. You'll have like an essential oil, like orange, mixed in with your shower fizzy, and you run it under the shower water as you're taking a shower. Aromatherapy kicks in and you're wide awake and ready to go to work. Let's see one of these in action. Now when you're in the bath, you're going to drop it on the running water, but here we're just going to drop it in the water, and as you can see, all of the fizzy starts to work. This is an easy, inexpensive, affordable recipe that you can try at home. I hope you all enjoy.